stranger that's in thy gate. For in 6 days Yahweh made heaven and earth.
What's going on, everybody? Let's turn this down so I don't echo. How we doing tonight, everybody? It's good to see everybody. Said he fell asleep again. Hey, Gloria Allen, Byron Morris, I am unique. And I don't take my socks off. Ann Miller Walker. The excitement wore me out. No. Hey, Andale, how you doing tonight? Walk faith, not sight. How you doing? GT Groves Jr. How you doing, man? Good GT Junior Groves. Boy, that's always throw me off. Let me see. Fresh and sassy. How you doing, my sister? How you doing? Good to see you here. I'm bringing y'all back in here tonight. Let me see if I can scoot you over a little bit. I kind of wanted to be in here a little bit. There we go. You get in here a little bit. So what are we talking about tonight? Ain't no telling, Deborah Smith. Ain't no telling. So, what am I doing wide awake? I was in there talking to my mother. Let me turn this fan off. That one is too dang on loud. Some of these AC fans, thank you, Rain. Some of these AC fans is just loud. Hey, what's going on, brother NJ Cali Gardner? How you doing, man? It's good to see you in here. Good to see you. Yeah, it's kind of a gumbo night. I was just in there talking to my mother. And you know, if you still got your parents around, talk to them. Talk to them about anything. Talk to your mom or talk to your dad, even if, you know, you might not like them too much, some of y'all. Just go talk to them, go ask them. If you don't like your parent, I'm saying that because it's a lot of people that don't. I am tired, Brian. I've been up since 4:30 this morning. And like I said, I was talking to my mom. And again, even if you don't like your parent, or whoever raised you, you know what you should do? You should at least go get some information out of them. Go get information. If you don't gotta like them, but pump some information out of them so you will know where you came from and why you ended up here, and you know, just some history. Write it down. Write it down. But I was in there talking to my mom because you know what? My mom always kept me on the straight and narrow, kept me making right decisions even when I was being a knucklehead. And you know what? I ain't grown out of that yet. So, I'm going to say this, and then we're going to get on with it. Sometimes you can be right and wrong at the same time. You can be right in everything you say and you do. Everything. But it depends on who's receiving the message. You get what I'm saying? It depends on who's receiving the message. If you say everything right, if you tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you, it no matter what, it just depends on who's receiving that message, who's receiving that truth. If you talk all the good stuff and you tell the truth down to the wire, I promise you, if you got a negative person that's receiving the information, they just want to reciprocate negativity. They'll never understand the message. So, you know, that right there, family, wise words from a sweet woman said, you know what? You can't help everybody. Just leave some folks to their own demise. You can't help them. They'll slowly fizzle out like a match. I almost broke down and cried. When your mama tell you something like that, they gonna fizzle down like a match. They can only burn so hot for so long. You know, they can. Oh, don't do that. Who just don't do that, Bo. Don't do that. Okay. They can only burn so hot so long. Now, uh, I'm here tonight to see if anybody got any questions about the AC 200. Said my mother said the same thing. That's right. Fresh Inside said that's right. Let them burn out. They will fall out on their own sword. Yeah. Let them burn like Usher. Let it burn. Um, any questions about this monster? You know, and I was thinking about my wife too when I did the video earlier. I added some ranch dressing into an epic video. Who makes that? BLUETTI. I was about to say, can't you see? But yeah. That was an epic video, and it proved a lot. It proved that this one unit can run my entire RV. AC and everything, and everybody was here to witness it. So what I'm going to do for my wife's sake, my mama's sake, my sake, what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit that video, and I'm going to cut out all the ranch dressing out of that whole video. Because I'm telling you, the reason I'm coming back tonight is because I'm so happy with this. I'm so happy that I've been messing with it ever since I got off. I went in there with my mom. I took it in there and I'm playing with that. She said, "Stop, leave that thing alone. What you doing? We in here partying." So I just been playing with this, fondling it. So I'm telling you, I'm gonna edit out the ranch dressing out of that video early, and I'm gonna re-upload it because I promise you, again, I'm saying you can say all the right stuff in the world, but if it's falling on deaf ears, it's useless. So I'm gonna cut all of that crap out and just get right into that video about this beast. This beast of beasts. This is everything. Listen, family, my wife is on her way home. I cannot wait to show her. I'm like a kid with a all-A report card. I can't wait to show her this. And you know what? It was her idea to kind of help me solidify or justify buying this, which was sometimes all it take is a few minutes or an hour of something to save somebody's life. Sometimes you don't need to keep it cold all day, but if somebody is ailing, maybe if you could run the AC for an hour, 2 hours, maybe that's all they need to snap out of it, recuperate, and get well. You just never know. And I'm like, girl, that's why I love you. That's why I love that woman, y'all. You talking about wise little woman. That woman right there keep me going. So a lot of people convinced me, because remember, I was like, you don't need no AC. You better get used to it, Suck it up, buttercup. Get used to it. That's not I know horrible things may happen to some folks, but that ain't no good way to just come out thinking either, you know. I'm always thinking in like the grime, the grit. And then, you know, I just kind of I need to be a little bit more softer in my thoughts is what I'm saying. Let me see. Just got here. Is that a generator? No, it's a toaster oven. It's the new air fryer by BLUETTI. You seen it yet? I'm kidding. Yes, it is. It's a solar power generator. Does it have a power button like you want? This big green beautiful button right here is the power button. Yes. Yes, it is. It has everything I want. It literally has everything I want. And for everybody that's asking me, is it expandable? It's not expandable. But all you got to do is buy another solar power generator and just charge it from that. That's what I don't understand. Somebody gonna have to actually like make me understand that part. Now, okay, it's a lot of people that have this, a lot of people that have the BLUETTI EB70, the 1500 Jackeries. Answer me this real quick. Hold on. Do you mind sharing the link to the AC200p, please? I'm gonna put it in right after the video, okay? Yeah, I don't mind at all. This is the truth. But here's a question I have for y'all that might own this. When you say things are expandable, like the EcoFlow River, when you say it's expandable, does it expand the inverter as well? Does it make it more powerful? Or are you just talking about now you can store more watts? That's what I need to know that I don't quite understand yet. Let me see. Do you mind sharing a link? Okay, I got that. What solar panels you recommend for the AC200? They have recommendations of their own panels, but I'm not using those. I'm using all my Renergy panels, and I just got a couple of what is those? Rich Solar, and I just ordered 2 more Rich Solars to come in. So I'm gonna be dealing with about 10 panels. So that's 1,000 watts, but you know, all in all, it ain't gonna bring in that no 1,000 watts. It gives you the ability to expand the storage. Haha, Leslie, thank you for that. And you know, that's that's the that's what I'm asking. Can you demonstrate that even heat? I missed something. So the thing is, I'm asking this because if all you're doing is expanding the watts, like more power, like the watt storage, why don't you just buy more storage whenever you need it? Just buy another BLUETTI. Because when you look at the price actually evens out to this plus this, or this plus the AC50. You know what I'm saying? Why not just add this? Because not only will you get extra watt storage, but you'll also have all the other treats and trinkets where you just don't have to it'll just be a piggyback to this. You can take this somewhere else and use it for something else. Use it in the bedroom, use it in the backyard, right? I didn't understand that. And I've been waiting for somebody to tell me. Let me see. Diva 9000 say, I like your idea, led. Dump power into your small devices instead of saving to storage. Yeah, I just don't get it. And I'm like, I'm hoping that somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I just don't understand. Everybody is losing their marbles over, is it expandable? Is it expandable? And I'm like, when you say expandable, does it make the inverter stronger? Or does it make it more powerful? I don't, if it doesn't, it's kind of ridiculous when you could just go buy another thing and dump the power in it, or take the power out of this and dump it into this. I just don't understand. Say, and I'm an eco flow girl. Okay, okay. So you know about EcoFlow and how it does it too. Ooh, that beer come on like a werewolf. It come fast. So I'm trying to keep this in the frame so we can see. And I could turn this way. Sitting on my son's chair. Okay, there we go. What is the max input charging for the AC200p? 700 watts. 700 watts input. Yeah, that's a real thing. 700 watts. Can you believe that? 700 watts, and it holds 2,000 watt hours with a and a 2,000 watt inverter. It runs my entire RV that I'm sitting in right now. Oh, Fallon Blue, they blocked you. The channel blocked you. It wasn't me. Let me see. Some units have what is the max input charge? Okay, I got that. Leslie says some units have pods that can be added to add more storage. But there you go. It does not make the unit more powerful. Just gives you more time to run everything. It is seamless. See, but so is this. That's what I didn't understand. If I just say I'm running low right here, and I just took this and just dumped all the power back into this. This has the bigger inverter, so I would be using this as my workhorse, and this as my storage bank, my expandable storage bank. Because from what I'm seeing, all of those piggyback units cost about as much as, say, like a Jackery 500 or EB70. They cost around that same price. The price not too bad on that. So that's why I'm like, I just don't understand. I thank y'all for clearing that up for me. So if that's the case, I'm doing the right thing, because that don't make sense to me. Let me see. Thank you, Kimmy. If you're talking to me, I'll accept it. Thank you for that. That works. Yes, thank you, Leslie. Thank you for that information. I've been waiting on somebody. Everybody keeps saying, yeah, it's expandable. It's expandable. I keep hearing this word expandable, but nobody's explaining it like you just did. Let me see. It gets cold here in the north. Can handle a portable heater during a blackout. I got some stuff I could show y'all right now. Now that I'm actually in the RV instead of just talking about it all the time, I could show y'all the heating blanket. I could show you the little small heater that don't take that many watts, that'll heat up this whole cabin. Let me see. Say California, say Led, how do you hook it up to your RV? I just hooked it up. I just hooked it up about 2 hours ago. I promise you, I'm going to edit that video as soon as possible and re-upload it. I literally showed you. I came from in here, unboxed it. We took it outside. I took you around the whole RV and showed you how you hook it up to the plug. You know, okay, to make it more simple. You take your landline plug, the one like say you parked at a national park or something, take your landline plug and you put a 110 adapter on it, you know, because it got the 3 prongs on that one, right? You put a 110 adapter on it and plug it right into the 110. Had my whole RV lit up like a doggone Christmas light, didn't y'all? For the folks that was here anyway. Cut the AC on, boom, ice cold in this mug. Ice cold. I got to re-upload that video. That video was awesome. If I do say so myself, I was so excited. I'm still excited, but now I'm exhausted. Yes, I could show you. I think my battery is about good to go. Look, everything in my whole RV. I got 2 big screen TVs in here. Every light. Now all the light, I don't got all the lights on. I just got like 2 lights on right now. Everything, my bedroom lights, my bedroom TV, all the lights in there, the bathroom, water pump, refrigerator, freezer, microwave, stove. I had everything running, and all of my whole RV, now that we all know, we was all live, we all seen it, it was drinking about 1,700 and something watts. It was drinking 700 watts per hour is what it was drinking with everything on. So that is amazing by itself. So now I know. That's with everything. So I have both air conditioning units running. I got an air conditioning unit in my bedroom and an air conditioning unit right here in the living room. And I'm telling you, it ran both of those: microwave, stove, refrigerator, everything. Let me see. I wish I wouldn't have did no ranch dressing. I really do. I really do. You know what? If it's one time to ever say, I wish I wouldn't have said something, I wish I wouldn't. Mind you, what I said was true, but I wish I wouldn't have said it. Sometimes I always say that just because you have the right to say something don't make it right to say something. And I had to listen to my own advice. Let me see. Say I got the Amazon heater you were speaking about. I got it right here in front of me, right down here by the stove. Right, that's right. GT Junior grows it. Oh, you split your name up. That's right. It's like, just because you got the right to say something, don't always make it right to say something, if you get what I'm saying. Let me see. I have the Jackery 240 60-watt panels. Need source for cool air during blackouts. Senior. You got the Jackery 240. Ooh, that 240 ain't going to pull no AC. I'm going to just be honest with you. It's not going to pull any AC. That 240, you're going to have a box fan for a few hours. Because a box fan running on high, like a cheap box fan, they drink about 53 watts. Ain't no right way to say something wrong. I got to think about that. Ain't no right way to say something wrong. I'm going to have to sleep on that one before I go to thumbing that up. Let me see. That video was so cool. I wanted to know for a travel trailer. Oh yeah. Okay. I'm definitely going to redo it. I am, because I was so happy. You should have seen me behind the scenes. I was skipping around this doggone RV and everything. Brian Moore says, I have the first Patriot that have extended battery that has the same battery that charges in 8 hours. Okay. I keep hearing bad stuff about them though. That brand. So excuse me if I'm wrong, but you got the experience with it. I can't take that from you. Let me see. I think an indoor propane heater would be more efficient, like those the big buddy heaters. I got those too. Save the electricity for other stuff. I totally agree with that. I do agree with that. I say use electric blankets because they don't draw no power. Let me show you. Y'all want to see the? Ain't no need to ask you. I know y'all like, let's show us the blanket leg. I ain't gonna put it on though. That mug will burn your flesh off. It's in here somewhere. That's the big heater back here. Here it go. I got it. And I'm gonna get the little heater too, just so I can show y'all. The heater, I'm gonna have to move this because it's right here under the sink. I had it for my mama. She was cold. But I'm gonna pull that back out just so y'all see there is super cheap energy saving things to keep you warm as well. Now, number one, let's be for real. Let's be realistic. Just wrap up in some covers and keep your clothes on. Don't be trying to put your lingerie on and stuff in no RV in the middle of the winter. You know you need some clothes on. So here's a little heater I got from Amazon right here. And it says, how many watts? We don't even gotta look. I don't got my kilowatt meter. We ain't even gotta look. Let's just plug this sucker in. Now, okay. Let's just plug it in. Let's try that. So right now, I'm just a little fan. Just a little fan. You see this? It's not even showing no wattage pulled. It's so low. They say this one, it'll be so low that it won't even show you the watts it's pulling. All right, and let's see what pop off. Now this heat this whole RV in the winter time. Oh, I gotta put the safety button down. Wait, got a safety button at the bottom. Let's just do. All right. But as y'all can see, that's not worth it. For this little heater, it's pulling 490 watts. Can y'all see that? It's pulling 479 watts, somewhere around there. That's not even worth it. Even though this, at 490 watts, it will run this little heater for 4 hours. 2,000, right, for about 4 hours. That's not even worth it. Let's just unplug that. Oh, it's getting hot in here already. So that's just for an emergency, you know. It'll just warm the place up and then unplug it. But this is the truth right here. Just a normal electric blanket with a DC plug. That's the sipper. Oh, let's try it. This is my first DC connection. Boom, there it go, lit up. Let's see what that's pulling. That's pulling, it's so low it's not even reading. I can't remember what watts, how many watts it take before. Oh, okay. Nope, look. You big dummy. Let's cut it on. I'm gonna cut it on low first. 32 watts. Can y'all see that? Electric blanket, electric DC blanket only uses 32 watts on low. And I promise you, on low, I've never had it on high. We had it on low, and I had to take it off because it was so hot. But let's try it on high and see how much it runs on high. Still only 64 watts. 64 watts on high. And this electric blanket, and this 6x8, and it is it 6x8, something like that, 6 foot by 8 foot, and it will burn your meat off, son. So before you go buying an AC electric blanket, you might want to look into buying a DC powered electric blanket for your car or your RV. Or your shoe, for anything, long as you got a solar power generator. For anything. That just say, I'm just trying to show you something to save you a little bit of energy instead of wasting all your power. You know, it's cheaper ways to do it. Let me see. Let me get in here. Say, feel you. Okay, got that. Led, I sent you a DIY for a small AC hack using solar. I ain't gonna lie to you. Linda, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna do too many DIY. I don't even have time to do half the stuff I'm doing. I'm telling you, my day is so busy. I don't have much time to be sitting around building stuff. I need to go cut my grass. See, so but thank you. I really appreciate it. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I say this a lot, especially lately. Your time is precious. Your time is precious. If you don't have the time to be doing DIYs, which I don't, sometimes it's worth just paying a little extra money to just get it done. Get somebody to do what you're trying to do, or buy whatever mechanism that's already made. Sometimes you have to do that because your time is precious. I spend days or a whole day building this DIY project that I could have been spending with my son. You understand what I'm saying? I got a 15-year-old, and he going through 15-year-old things. Girls. He want a car. He trying to get a job, all of that stuff, and I'll be out there nailing together some little cooling device that kind of works. Let me see. Let me see. Let me go up a little bit, and then we'll get out of here. I ain't gonna keep this rolling. How long we been in here? I can't even see. Is it cheaper doing summertime? I don't know what that meant. Don't be nervous. Do the dang thing. Just make sure it's working for your situation. There you go. I like that. Okay, I started there. Need to buy 1 or 2 of those electric blankets. Yeah, I got 2 of them. I need to buy about 2 more. Unplug that fan, though, 1 at a time. Missed something there. I was looking at those blankets on Amazon. They cheap as dirt, where they used to be. Turn the DC off. Regulator steals power. Okay. Please tell me where I can get good panels online. I emailed you. Is the AC200p more suited for charging house appliances or just for traveling? It's for whatever you want, but yeah, it can handle house appliances too. And I didn't get that email yet. I'm sorry about that. Let me see. Where can I buy the same copper water distiller as yours online? I had put it in that you know where. I couldn't put that in the description. I was about to say, I did drop the link. I couldn't put the link in for that distiller because you know what? It used to say water distiller. It don't say that anymore. It says some other kind of distiller, and I didn't want to post that. You know what they talking about. A little sippy sip. I couldn't post that. That's the only reason I didn't drop that link. I don't know why they did that. All of them say that too. All of them. Let me see. Jenny's. Oh, let me see. Jenny Lee says, I ran a deep freezer vacuum and charged all my phones at once. I love the AC200 power. I'm already loving it. That electric blanket is the truth. I plugged in my Jackery for a dog during the winter storm in Texas. It is the truth, and it only sip power, so that's wonderful. Let me see. Can you put the Ingo in the description? The Ingo? I don't know what the Ingo is. Okay. Let me see. I work 3 jobs. My son can't understand that you have to work. You gotta work. You gotta get it in. I'll be telling my sons, I'll be telling my kids that right when my first was born, I had 3 jobs. I worked at Kroger's, Value City, and BP gas station. That sounds impossible, but I did it. Back then you had to, and was still in school. At the end of the video, I'm gonna put the link for the blank. I'm gonna put the links for everything in there. Just, you did right. Just remind me what link you're looking for, and I'll put it in there. Let me see. Set your 200p so when it's not in use, it will turn itself off. It will save you more energy. You know what, Jenny Lee? Jenny Lee, do you have a boat? Jenny Lee Skirvin, do you have a boat? I'm curious. Cause I'm away for. No, sir. Okay. Because I'm looking at your thumbnail and I thought you was a person. The very first Blue Eddy I've ever seen was this one. I didn't know nothing about no other one. I didn't know nothing about Jackeries. The first solar power generator I looked at was this. And a young lady was telling me, because I was going to buy the Duracell, that Duracell generator. And she said, don't do it. She emailed me over and over. I'm like, what's wrong with this person? They crazy? No. She said, please don't do it. Don't waste your money. Don't do it. She told me to get this. And I looked at the price. I was like, are you crazy? But she spilled out this long spiel about what this thing can do and the capabilities. And she had it on her boat in her video. She sent me the video and everything. And I was highly impressed. But I'm like, I ain't paying that. But now I feel stupid. Said, be glad you didn't get it. Yep. I got a friend over in Alaska that got it. And he likes it. And he said it's expandable and everything. But the kind of batteries and stuff and the weight, I just was like, listen, when I say I almost got it, do you know what made, honestly, you know what made me not buy that Duracell? Because I went to, they had it on sale at Costco. I went to Costco and I found out you needed a membership. I wanted it so bad, I signed up for the dang on membership. Went into Costco and the next day and forgot my card. I was in the parking lot, everything. Forgot my whole card, wallet, everything. So by the time I got all the way back home to go back to Costco, it was too late. I didn't know if they was open. I'm not a Costco shopper, so I just let it go. And in the meantime, did more research. Like, maybe I better wait on that. That's when I found Frugal Nurse Homestead. Said Duracell battery area is a joke, clearly. Let me see. Tanya says, I have the AC200 hooked to solar, ran the cables into my house in the morning and started charging. That's what I do every day. I'm going to say this, you guys. Thank you for coming in here. Forget all of this. Thank you for being here. Forget all of this, what we talk about right now. I just want to take a second and say thank you. Thank you for hanging out with me. Really, truly. I deeply mean that from my heart. Thank you for just hanging out with me. Because right now, it's kind of a gumbo show. I'm just talking junk now. I'm exhausted. I'm sleepy. Just like y'all should be asleep too. Just thank you. Thank you for just coming in and helping me share a little bit of knowledge and taking a few. I know y'all need to be with y'all families and stuff. And I'm gonna be honest. I miss my baby. I'm sitting here like Lady Led is on her way home, and I'm like, I'm gonna say, no, I ain't gonna turn it into that. I ain't gonna do that. I love that woman. I love that lady right there. You know, I don't like being apart from her this long. That kind of make me be like, ugh, sucks. Yeah, that's why I'm up all late. You know, I'm kind of waiting for her to be like, would you cut that off and come to bed? Okay, y'all, I gotta go. How many times I'll be like, look, y'all, I gotta go. Now I'm just in an RV by myself. That is awful. My son ain't walking in, eating up all the food, making all kind of noise. Suck. Some people like being alone though. Some people like chilling by themselves. They like the peace and the quiet. I only can take that for like a day. After that, I don't hear those noises anymore. You don't know what to do with yourself. You know what? you kind of right. The stuff that I end up doing is like I did earlier with that ranch dressing. That's not healthy. Say I love being alone. See, let's talk about it, Sheba. She said I love being alone. Ooh. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know how you do it. And some people it's just built for it. I don't know how you do it. Let me see. Jason Hagen say, I'm a loner, but I hear you. You know what? I'm a loner too. But at the same time, I don't like it though. I can be alone. I can be alone. And I've been alone for a long time. I don't like it though. I don't like it. Thank you for making Friday night content worth watching. Thank you so much, DC. Thank you, DC. So I always been a loner since a kid. Me too, but that don't mean sometimes I don't want to be not alone like that. Not alone like that. You know? Um just while I'm having a meal, I want to be talking to somebody. Um Stuff that's going on in the world in the news, I want to reach over and, hey, you know what I heard that food on? He added again. Out. That's me. All day we walk around our house talking to each other. I think part of the problem with the world is we don't talk to each other enough. We don't. Right? Say you don't like it, but it seems to be what you're doing right now. Well, see, right? Those are just consequences, but at the same, that's something that's not quite in your control at the moment. But you think so, Magic Ball? But really, I think if people just talk to each other more, and I know some people are introverted and some people are extroverted. I understand that. You look, you won't believe this. I'm an introvert. Can you believe that? I'm an introvert. Lady Led is introvert. Can you believe that? Me, much as I talk, but when I'm by myself, quiet as a mouse. Yes, me. Yes, me. Quiet as a church mouse. True story. Better said I'm a social introvert. Where can I buy? Okay, that's another one. Flash Style says, where can I buy the copper water distiller? I just told you, my friend. You're gonna have to go online to get that. I can't say the word of what they calling it now, so we can't say that online. Okay? Because they blocking that word. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay. Oh, you almost got me there. You almost got me, Flash Style. You did get me. I wonder if you taking shots for every time I answer that dumb question. Cause kids do that. They get on there and play games. There you go. Let me see. Hey, Grammy Ya, it's so good to see you. How you doing? I had to come back and scrape the icing off that poop cake that I made earlier. I had to scrape the icing off of that. Let me see. Jenny Lee says, I'm an introvert. My husband is an extrovert, and God gave him the gift of gab. Man needs to own a talk show. Probably need to sell cars and houses, I bet. KT Spirit 1, I talk to myself. Oh, I hope not out loud. Let me see. I wonder why they blocked you on this, Etsy. No, Etsy, I'm gonna go ahead and show that because I don't see what's wrong with that. But I'm gonna say this, I'm not an affiliate of BLUETTI yet. Hey, BLUETTI, No, I'm not a affiliate or anything at this time, so I don't have a link for BLUETTI. Discount code BLUETTI. No, just jokes. No, not yet. I wish I did so I could give everybody a little slice. Led, what is your new is your new BLUETTI waterproof? I truly doubt it. I don't think none of this stuff is waterproof, and I wouldn't even try it. I'm gonna say this, and that's an excellent question to everybody that's wondering: are any of these solar power generators waterproof? Don't do it. Just these need to be indoors. I don't care what they showing you on those commercials. Keep your solar power generators indoors and buy an extension cord and run your plugs outside your RV, tiny home, or your house. Don't have these outside. And you want to know something else? Let's talk about this. Everybody keep wondering, are they waterproof, right? This is what y'all really need to wonder. Are they heat proof? Because I bought that black BLUETTI 1500, right? And y'all know the black draws the sun. It sucks up the sun, right? Well, I had this out in the sun doing that live video last week. I didn't have nothing plugged into this at all. This thing was so hot, it burnt my hand. I took it in the house and it gave me some kind of caution label on there, right? So I never looked up the code, but I knew what it was. The sun was beating on that black housing, making that mug hot and inoperable. Now, I did this that same day, and even though I didn't have nothing plugged into it but my cell phone, the fan stayed on the whole time I did that video. The heat was burning these mugs apart. So I'm going to say, did another video when I was talking about water and storing water, right? I had the Jackery, I don't know if y'all can see it, but I had my Jackery 500 plugged into my sump pump, water and everything. Get this. That Jackery was in the sun. It was cool in the morning. It was cool. It wasn't hot. But the sun was beating on that black Jackery. And black Jackery. I like that. Anyway, the sun had that fan on burning that mug up. So not just, I'm going to say they're not just not waterproof, but they're also keep them out of the heat, keep them out of the sunlight. They like gremlins. You know what I'm saying? Don't get them wet and keep them out of the sunlight. You know I'm sleepy. You know I'm sleepy. They like gremlins. Don't get them wet and keep them out of the sunlight. Okay? Remember that. Remember that. They like freaking mogwais. Don't get them wet and keep them out of the sunlight. Somebody said, cut my DC off. Let me do that. I really like that. I'm going to do this while y'all looking. That is so awesome. Let's start on. DC on, y'all can see that. I'm liking the touchscreen. I usually don't like it, but this is a real touchscreen. I don't gotta press it hard. Let's cut it off. Okay, my DC side is off because I'm not using anything over here. That is so freaking awesome. I don't even know what this light thing is. What is that? I don't know. Look complicated. That means get out of there. Oh, you can check wall adapter. Oh man, this is so dope. Let me see. I'm sorry I'm tripping out on y'all right now. This is just so off the chain. I'm just going to PV car. I don't know what that is. Car charge. Oh, okay, okay. Wow. Wow. That's crazy, man. DC output. That's crazy. That's why it ain't showing up, because you can click any of these and it's going to give you all the data that you need. That is insane. It's on eco mode. Somebody emailed me and showed me how to get everything into eco mode. Man, this is beautiful. It's giving you all of the codes right here instead of you have to look them up. All of the fault codes if something happened. Man, let me stop. Let me stop. Because I've been doing this all night, y'all. I've been tinkering around, fondling. I've been fondling like, ooh, what you got? Ooh, ain't you pretty? I've been fondling it all night. I need to stop. I'm gonna go blind. I'm gonna go blind. You better stop fondling that, boy. You gonna go blind. You gonna grow hairy palms messing with that. Leave that alone. So man, oh man. Okay. Let me see. I've been on here. I can't see how long I've been on here. Okay, it ain't even been an hour. I'm going to say one thing before I get off and leave y'all alone for the night. I hate talking about this thing, but I gotta bring it up. How many people bought the Go Power Plus? Show of hands. How many people bought the Go Power Plus and have emailed me over and over looking for the panel for the Go Power Plus? Show of hands. Either say hand or emoji hand, type hand, draw a hand. I don't care. Whatever you got to do. Who all bought that Go Power Plus, or I think it's called the 4500 or whatever, and they're still looking for a panel, and you keep emailing me, Led, I need a panel. Can you please find me a panel? And I showed you, okay, I showed you the briefcase, right? The briefcase panel by Harbor Freight. Okay, I showed you the 13-watt briefcase. And some people say, oh, it's charging so slow. It's been charging for days. It's still clicking. It's 13 watts. 13 watts. I did that for one individual. That video just happened to go a little haywire. So, sorry about that. But since everybody wanted it so bad, I did not want to do this, but I did it for the cause, for the people. I bought a panel, and before I came out here in the RV, I tried it out. So tomorrow, even though I had something else planned, I'm going to show you exactly what panel you need that's going to hurry up, charge that little thing up as fast as it can possibly charge, mind you. And I'm going to show you the adapter that you will need to plug it in. Tomorrow. I'm going to go live tomorrow, and it's going to be short because there's nothing to say. I'm just going to go live. I'm going to show you this thing work. I should do a video so I can show you exactly how long it's going to take to fully charge it. But that, that's going to take forever. Say you charge in the car as you drive. That's smart. Say, Ruben, I found, what's the name video? Let me give me some more water. That's my biggest thing. I'm dehydrated. What is the maximum watts in that the BLUETTI can handle? Input 700 watts. Output 2000 watt inverter. Storage 2000 watt hours plus for this one. Thank you, Kimmy. So just want to thank you for all you do. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you. Have you heard of the... I don't want to talk about that one till they actually selling it. I'm going to take that down because that's been a really big problem that I've been seeing, and people are let me move it. Let me move it. people keep saying, I seen it on your channel. I didn't say that. I don't know. I don't mess with that one. It's another one they supposed to be coming out with too that I don't want to talk about until it's for sale, because I'm going to let it ride. Tall, dark. Okay. Say I got the Go Power and the Harbor Freight panels. Had to call several stores. Drove 59 miles to South Florida. If you drove 60 miles, you spent 60 miles worth of gas money to buy a $60 panel for a 100-watt generator. You could have had this. That's that part I'll be like, y'all better think now. Think about what you're doing. Think. You spent $100 for that Go Power. How much did you spend for the Go Power? Because if you spent $100 like everybody is buying it now, and then turn around and spend $59, $60 on that clamshell panel that's going to give you 13 watts, and then 60 miles worth of fuel, and everywhere fuel prices is through the roof, might want to rethink that. Might want to rethink that. That's a lot of money. You could have spent all of that and just got that delivered on your doorstep. About 35 minutes, depending on what kind of car you drive. You live in Texas too? You got a big truck, SUV? Yeah, you live and learn. You do, Alien Prepper. You right about that. You live and learn, because I'm gonna be honest with you. The Jackery 1000, I'm not a fan. Not that it's a bad unit. I'm just saying, for the price and what it can do, I'm better off with this. I'm better off with that. Let me see. I got the Rock Pals 300 watt for $174. I really like it. The only thing about those Rock Pals, they don't have pass-through charging. That's one of my pet peeves right there. If it don't got pass-through charging, I kind of want to be like, because while they charging up from the solar panels, I'll be having stuff plugged into them. That is super important to me. When that happens, none of the fancy stuff is going to work anyway. What does that mean, KT Spirit? I think we all have our own ideas of grid down situations. Some people was thinking like the whole world gonna explode or something, and that ain't how it's going. That is not gonna be it. Kimmy say the sun stops. What you mean? When it get cloudy or something? Thank you, Itzy. Said, Leah, what do you think of the Westinghouse and the wind gas generators? You know, I almost bought a wind gas generator. I did. In a hurricane, there's not enough sun to charge it at a decent speed. That's very smart. If you don't have enough sunlight in your area to capture sunlight, buying a solar power generator is ridiculous. So yes, now the wind generator, they comparing that wind to Honda. They comparing it to a lot of different places. I don't know much about the Westinghouse, but I know I can't remember the name of the company. But I almost bought the wind, because at the price that they were selling it for, I think it was like the 2,000 watt one. It was like, you know what, even if it don't work as well, for the price, it's worth a shot. Sometimes you do that. Say Rockpal 300 has partial pass-through charging. What does that mean, partial pass-through charging? Explain that to me so I could be more informed, because I'm not being a smart ass. I really don't know. What is partial pass-through charging? Just purchased the EcoFlow as well. Not into Jackery and not too fond of BLUETTI. Okay. I like Jackery. I do. I like Jackery. I like BLUETTI better. But I think Jackery, to me, Jackery starts losing its worth after the 500. 500 is it. After that, it starts getting a little weird with its worth versus all the other stuff that they're offering online right now. There's so many different other things. Did that just come on for no reason? I got Progeny 300 because of you. What is the Progeny? Or you, Fred? Are you spelling this right? Did you mean Renogy, or you were really talking about Progeny? Progeny? I've never heard of that before. There's a portable wind turbine I'm looking into. Not exactly a turbine. Think of a kite tails catching wind. I seen a report on that. I did do some research on that, what you're talking about right now, Jenny. I saw that. I didn't know it was for sale yet, though. Thank you, Reading with Miss Gretchen. Thank you for that. Progeny is a brand. Thanks. I know it's a brand, but I've never heard of it. Go Labs 300 has passed through for $200. I'm gonna have to Go Labs. Yeah. Okay. It's not for sale. Dang, fan just kicked on. You hear that? Fan just kicked on, and all I'm running is this little fan. That's weird. It's very quiet, but it's weird. Very quiet. Listen, I'm gonna cut this fan off so y'all can hear. So y'all can hear this. Listen. Listen. That's super quiet. This is the quietest fan out of all of the ones I got. This one is quiet. All the BLUETTIs is super quiet, but not quiet as this. Wow. That's awesome. Okay. Back to the program. Now, I'm going to say that, speaking of that, the Jackery 1000 fan was so loud, and it would come on for anything. You plug up a doggone iPhone, and that big fan cooked on. And when I say that fan is loud and annoying on the Jackery 1000, it was like, this is what it sounded like on the Jackery 1000. This that little USB fan I was telling you, getting on my nerve. Listen to this. Wait. This is what that fan sounded like. Do you hear that? Can y'all hear that? That's what the fan on the Jackery 1000 sound like. It's a noise that made me cut this off. That's why I cut this one off. Because it would not shut up. Hear that? It was more like deep, like that. And let me tell you something, family. If you got that Jackery 1000, it got on my daggone nerves where I just kept unplugging everything from it so it could shut up. Now, the fan on the BLUETTI 1500 was running, And it was louder than this. It totally just drowned this out. And I'm like, what is going on? I took it up. I put it flat on the floor because, I had it on my shelf. I put the Jackery 1000 on the floor, and it was even louder. I'm like, you know what? Listen, even Lady Liz said, ooh, that one is loud. She don't really quite know what's going on with all this stuff. She was like, that one is kind of loud. What's wrong with that one? When my wife asks me what's wrong with something, it make me be like, maybe I made a mistake. Because it ain't just me thinking this is loud, it's getting on her nerves too. So everything about that mug was like, I can't hang on to this one. The Jackery 500, quiet. That fan is important. I'm gonna tell you why that fan is important. Because if you're in a small space or in your bedroom, or you got this thing in your house, you got your solar panels outside, you got this inside the house, think about it. That humming noise is going to be on all the time in your house, wherever you got it, getting on your doggone nerves. If it's somewhere where you're sitting at, it's going to get on your nerves. So that Jackery 1000, that was a big disappointment for me. Like, what kind of fan did they put in here? They got this fan out of an old Buick or something, Golly. I like Jackery, I do. But I think that part, I don't know what they was thinking when they put that fan in. Let me see. My niece just got the generator, the whole house. Okay, my neighbor got that too. I have several of the rechargeable USB fans. I must have reach for a family, have one for each family member. I do too, and they so cheap. Led, if you do not take down the EB70 off the top of that, that's why that fan is coming on. Do you understand what I'm saying? No. It's sitting up there, but what? What do you mean? If you don't take that EB70 off the top of that, that's why the fan is coming on. No, explain that, Matthew Irvin, because I'm not sure what you get. I know it got a charger up here, but that ain't gonna have nothing to do with nothing. No, explain that to me. Say that's why most people don't like gas generators. Yeah, with that loud fan. I'm listening to you, Matthew. Said, Live Farmer, I hope you hear me. Please do not fit that red one on top of that other one. Get it down on the ground. Hope you get this mess. I'm listening to you, but I need you to tell me why. I'm with you, Matthew. Just tell me why, bro. Yeah, I'm back in here, ass guy. What's up, bro? I had to get rid of that other video. Too much ranch dressing in that salad. Let me see. The bottom is heating it up. This ain't even running. The red one ain't even on or running. It's ice cold all around. The top of this is ice cold. So that's why we're supposed to do our research. Take care watching. Okay, bought 3 of those fans. Got that. I'm waiting on Matthew. Somebody better tell me something. Let me see. The only thing on top of it is a phone charger. Right. You two ask. Oh, Maria. The fans kick on because of the inverter. Right. But I'm waiting on him to tell somebody to tell me why having this on top of that makes any difference. Jenny Lee Scurvy said, you fine, lead. That's what I'm thinking. Wireless phone charger, but it's not charging anything. It is not heating anything up. Wireless phone charger. And it has to have the technology in it to be able to activate. Like if I set my iWatch on this thing right now, it ain't gonna do nothing. See that? Because it's not compatible to that. So it's not just gonna just start charging anything. Like I would probably be getting electrocuted just doing this. Just let me see. My EB70 seems to be draining quickly. My grow lights that use about 55 watts drain the entire 700 watts from the fully charged EB70 in 5 or 6 hours. Buy a kilowatt meter. That's going to help you find out how many watts you're losing. But that's not far off. You know, think about it. Do the math on that. That's not too far off for the 700 watts. Sound like you're doing pretty good. Lead Farmer 73 at yahoo.com. So what is the coldest temp a solar charger generator can be without losing a charge? It's not that they're going to lose a charge. You just want, in cold weather, you will not be able to charge them up. You can drain them and charge up your device, but you can't bring in power if they're too hot or they're too cold. If they're too hot, you gonna mess something up. And if they're too cold, they will not take a charge at all. I know now. That's something I know from about 15. Let me see. Yeah, about 15 years ago. I definitely know that. Before any of this was out. It can discharge with cold, but cannot charge. Right. 32 degrees, everybody is saying. Doing this. Okay. No ranch dressing. No ranch dressing. But I gotta say it. I'm not gonna rant, but I gotta say it. When you say something and you trying to educate me, and I give you the stage to educate me, is wide open to tell me why, and don't be that I'm being a smart aleck or nothing. I just be really wanting to authentically know why. And if you don't know why either, you see what I'm saying? That's why. That's why I do it and say the stuff I say and the stuff I do. Like, why would you be telling me that? Like, take that down from there. You understand what I'm saying? Matthew, okay. Not a techie person either, Led. I just read the instruction. Just said not to set anything on top. I see yours on top. Mine's on the floor. Okay. Phew. I'm glad you came back, because, boy, I was about to tear in a little bit, bruh. Okay, the instructions say it. Whew. Thank you. If the instructions say it, that is a valid point. For you, Matthew, ooh, man, thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Matter of fact, I'm going to put him on the floor. Since Matthews is on the floor, I'm going to put mine on the floor. Thank you, Matthew. Woo! You stopped the rant. Give him a round of applause. Matthew stopped the ranch dressing because it was pouring out the bottom. I had lost the lid and everything. That ranch dressing was about to be all up and down the walls. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, my brother. When I ask why, man, I'm not ashamed to be educated. Thank you, Matt. Because I'm telling you, that ranch dressing was about to be blue cheese, thick and tangy, with blue cheese chunks all in it, ranch. Oh, it was going to get nasty. Thank, thank you, man. Thank you for that. Woo. So, thank you. Thank you for reeling me back from that nonsense. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Matthew. Man, you the man of the night right there. You the man of the night. Woo! As God said, wife cracking up. I'm sorry, Miss Ask Guys. I was about to go in. Whew. I'm gonna need y'all ladies in the greenhouse lounge, all the queens in the greenhouse lounge. Until Lady Led come back, y'all have complete permission to say, Led, no ranch dressing. No ranch dressing. No Led, no rants. You have complete permission to reel me in from that nonsense. Thank you, ladies and the queens of the greenhouse lounge. Okay, I don't even care what the instructions said. If the instructions said, look, there go the fan. See? It's ice cold. But the fan just kicked on. But the instructions said it, so I follow that. That's all I need to hear. It don't even have to ask why. It just says it. That's all I need. Trina's Organic said, I'm here for the ranch dressing. I better not though. Ranch in my pants and I need to dance. I better not. Listen, I ruined a perfectly great, excellent, wonderful unboxing video today with ranch in my pants. So I don't want to do it no more. That's why I don't have any. This technology emits frequency signals. What we got? Gigi, do you got a cell phone? What are you watching us on? Cell phone, laptop, iPad, Jitterbug, Kindle? No spicy rants. No ranch dressing. No, please post the rants. No, because all it did was stir up more. It probably stir up more trouble later. Ain't no need in doing that. Let me see. I took that down, Keldria. I took that down. Are you going to repost it? I'm going to repost it, but I'm going to scrape all the ranch dressing off of that video. Once I'm done scraping all the ranch dressing off of it, because it was very detailed, I'm going to repost it for everybody because we had a good time. I wish I was able to show the live too. If I could figure out a way to do that, I'll do it. But the ranch part, it just ain't worth it. Even though I feel I was 100% right, it's just not worth it. Let me see. 2%. I watched the video with that guy with the white gloves, and he was talking about it. And I don't know. My head started spinning around. Talking about which one, Lisa? Said, thank you, Joe. I appreciate it. I didn't want to chuckle at Jitterbug. I was just trying to see, because everything emits some kind of signal these days. Everything. You could be driving down the street and look up at these new weird electrical poles. And no, we ain't talking about no 5G tapping into your brains. I'm talking about just plain old electrical poles. Look, they look scary these days. Are you going to repost it? Yeah, I'm going to repost it. And I'm going to tell you this. True story. I went to a national park today here. And because I was going to do this whole video there. Number one, they really didn't have too many places for me to park because it was the holiday. And people had took it up already. The other part was There was the biggest trail of gigantic freaking power lines, 50 to 75 feet up in the sky. And just as I looked to the left, I had to be looking at about 50 of them. I looked to the right, and there's another 50, and they both going over the hills connecting to more. I was like, I don't even want to be here, you know. Feel like my brain is getting hot just sitting here, and I couldn't get a signal. I just left that park. They could have. I paid to be in there. I just left them. Left the money. You can have the money. Don't apologize for speaking facts. Some people are not aware of being disrespectful. I totally understand that. But thank you, Trina's Organic Lifestyle. I know, but I gotta be honest with you again. Just because you have the right to say something does not mean you should all the time. You know, it doesn't make it right. So, you sometimes you just can't tell people stuff. They just got to find out for themselves. You know, they just got to find out for themselves. You, you know, you ever hear like your teacher like you ain't gonna amount to nothing. Get out of my class. You ain't gonna never amount to nothing. You ain't gonna never amount to nothing. That's a bad analogy. Cause I was gonna go somewhere with that, but that's gonna get me right back into the ranch dressing. My word is, look, some people you just gotta let them fall flat on their face. That's all to it. You can't talk to some people, man. Let's see, when you show what everything powered in your house, you keep track on that paper. I was lost. Oh, good advice. Lots of thank you, Conscious Awakening. So lots of cars and RV has Bluetooth radio waves. Right. Cars, your cell phone, you just driving down the street, you catching Wi-Fi signals from every restaurant and grocery store as you just walk or drive down the street. So that stuff don't scare me. That's part of where we live now. It's part of everything. Those things hum too. I'm just getting used to the. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Them power lines. Man, please. That's creepy by itself. So, Mr. Laird, what do you use for EMP protection? Nothing. Power surge protection. Tell Miss Laird hi. Do I wrap all my equipment in foil just until emergency? I'm going to tell you this. If you go around wrapping your whole life and everything you own in foil and doilies and stuff and these little weird bags, if you do that, somebody's going to come and arrest you. Okay, I'm sorry. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't. I don't even know why people even bother trying to do that. I just don't. I don't even know why. Because you'll be trying to wrap your car, because your car got computers in it. You have a foil car. Everything you have, everything you own in your house and in your driveway look like a burrito. Look like, everything will end up looking like a tamale. And it's not going to do anything. It's not going to save anything. Okay, say you wrap this whole thing like a tamale and you saved your phone. Everything else is fried. Your charger fried. Your plugs fried. Everything outside is fried. What you going to do? I don't prepare for that. Right there is like it's time to get your skills up. Okay, technology will be gone. Now it's time to get your skills up. I don't prepare for that. That's one of the things I've seen people trying to put stuff in those little bags, them little foil sandwich bags and stuff. Man, For what? For what? If something like that was to hit, everything is going to be roasted. Roasted. So you can have all the little two-way radios you want. If you can't, if you the only one with some two-way radios, who you gonna call? I've been hearing a lot of people, and I've been seeing them online wrapping stuff up, and I'm like, good luck with that. If you think about it, I can see people trying to contact people on their phone. I can't even get a signal. I don't understand it. It's other stuff that's going to get fried too, family. Satellites, everything. They just ain't going to be aiming at your cell phone. It'll be everything. Everything that we don't even think about every day that makes all of this stuff work, flying around the atmosphere all day, dang on satellites and everything else. You think they ain't going to aim at all that stuff too? Don't waste your money. Don't waste your money on that. Let me see. Has anyone tested and used a portable heater that runs off electricity and can be used in a small space like a tent? Miss Kate, Missy Kate. I ain't gonna mess your name up. I just did one a little earlier, right here. Bam. And it was taking. This was kind of rough on the power. To be honest with you, this kind of kicked them right in the nuggets. I think this was taking like 470 watts, something like that. It wasn't pretty. I got it on right now. I got it on for you, Miss K. Yeah, that sucker pulling like 491 watts, 479 watts. That you just got to be ready for that if that's what you really want. But I also got electric blankets that only pulled 53 watts, okay, and they get just as warm. And family, electric blankets, forget these heaters. Electric blankets is even a little bit more romantic. You know, get the person you love, you trying to say their life scooter in there, snuggle in with them. Come get warm. Come on, get in here. Get in here. Woo, we trying to live. Ooh, we got to survive for our life. Ooh. That's how Little Lead was born. Cold night in Chicago. That's how it always happened. Get in here. Come on. Freezy, come here. Let me stop. Thank you, Ivory Pearl. Say I can pairs with Homestead Heart and mix pepper preserves with. I don't know that name. 200-watt cigarette lighter. Someone in the comments said they have a heater with 300 watts. That's still a lot of watts. It's still really not 100% worth it. That I would only do that in an emergency. Yes, all day. Nice, and thank you. Big Sky. It's M Sky. M Sky? Okay. I got you. Have I tried a heated mattress pads? I used to have them, but you could do the same thing with electric blanket. Lay your electric blanket down, lay on top of it. Ooh, boy, them some sweaty. Let me stop. There I go again. You gonna be sweating. I'm gonna just put it like that. You gonna be sweating if you do that. Let me see. No butane is different. People need to have wood stoves also. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I did it with a power outage. 200-watt heater lasts 8 hours. I need to see this 200-watt heater. Yes, I love my wood stove. Led, are you gonna have another cannon party? Yes, I am eventually. And it's about that time. But you want to know something? Not only is people's gardens not doing so well, but at the same time, there's not much food in the store either. Have you noticed? There isn't much food at all. Peaches, nectarines, tomatoes. It's not much produce in there. Like, say your garden ain't doing so well, you just want to get some stuff stored away. It's really nothing in the produce section to put away. It's kind of creepy. Let me see. The big boy Eddie should start a large window AC unit with no problem with. Listen, you missed it, Cedric. I had two of my AC units. It ran my entire RV today. Everything. Two AC units. And I don't know how many watts they are. I'm not even going to lie to you. But running my entire RV with everything on, everything was pulling 1,700 watts. I'm talking about refrigerator, freezer, every light on, two TVs, two AC units, everything. My water pump, everything was on. And it did it like a champ. That's why I gotta re-upload that video. That video was the bomb. Everybody saw me hook that mug up. So everybody say, "Yay, cannon party!" If we can get enough stuff, that cannon party be long too. Yo, what's good, Led? Heard about the EcoFlow Delta battery bank system? If so, what do you think of it? I just don't know about the EcoFlow. You got it, Cedric Green. I am, man. I am. So introverts talk a lot. When we start talking, nobody believe I'm one. Not even my husband. Lady Led don't think I am either. Knew me then, but I really am still now, but extrovert in public. Say California Mojave says, Led, I just looked at my floor heater. It says 1,500 watts. Yes, that's the real deal. The high setting should be 1,500. The medium is 700, and the low should be like 500. Cause I got one too, and I checked it out too, and I'm pretty sure that's what it said if I can remember correctly. And I'm telling you, it's a kick in the pants, ain't it? When you start looking at wattage. I've gotten to the point with everybody that start paying more attention to their solar power generators, or any generator for that matter. You really start looking at your watts more closely, don't you? Before you go plugging stuff in, you start reading these labels like I did with this heater. Where's that sucker? I'm trying to read this like, okay, what is this saying? I'm looking at the back of the unit. I'm looking at labels. Like, I don't want to plug this in and pop my generator like some popcorn. Let me see. I sent you links on them turbines for the house to back up the solar power batteries. Links on the wind turbine. You know what? I'm gonna be honest, Raymond, Tate. I'm not interested in the wind turbines until they need to up that technology on that thing. Plus, you got to look at it like this. Wind turbines for me is where I am in my situation is just ridiculous. Cause you know how high you gotta reach that thing. I live in South Carolina, and I'm surrounded by trees everywhere I go. So I would have to go above the tree line to catch enough wind to keep that thing cranking long enough to draw any power. It's just not. It's not. It don't even make any sense. So that one is a no for me. They're gonna have to come up with something real good. I really like the idea of wind power, but it's not a sure thing yet. So would need a. I got a question. Why is people cooking with butane? I keep seeing this. People talk about some cooking with butane. Why are you cooking with butane instead of propane? That is so expensive. They only produce butane is safer indoors. It's a little one burner stove takes butane. My house stove is propane. It's cleaner for indoor cooking. But how much cleaner? Like, is it cleaner than just opening up a couple of windows for the propane? Because the propane is fairly safe too. Stoves that use propane canisters. What do you think about the stove with the big propane tank? I've never seen that. They have stove. Butane is cleaner cooking in cars and vans. Most propane appliances give off carbon monoxide. All of it gives off carbon monoxide. It's just about how much does it give off. There's a lot of tests being done online and on YouTube, and all these guys are running these van life tests, and they keeping windows open running this test. Of course, not inside of it, but it has to be really concentrated with the windows closed and everything for that to go south. Butane stoves are smaller and not as toxic as propane. Now stoves are dual butane and propane. Led my window AC says 450 watts, so I only turn it on cool, off, then off it goes. Butane camping stove with 1 can. Propane is expensive. Propane ain't expensive where I live. Butane is expensive where I live at. Butane may be carefully burned indoors with little bit of ventilation. Propane can only be burned safely indoors in an appliance rated for indoor use. Learn something new every day. But I kid you not, if it just came down to it, if it's that serious, just go outside and light the grill. If I'm going to question, will I wake up in front of the pearly gates? I'm just not going to do it. Just go out there and light a fire, man. Sometime if things ain't going to be comfortable, we might not be able to sleep in the bed. We might have to bring a tent out here and light a fire outside the tent so we can stay warm. Some stuff just ain't worth it. Butane is cheaper on Amazon. Okay. All right. Y'all ready to go to bed? Let's go to bed. I'm going to do my best to re-upload that video from earlier today. I'm going to scrape that ranch dressing off and I'm going to re-upload it. But be looking out tomorrow for the video. It's going to be short but sweet I did find you a solar panel for the Gold Power Plus. So be looking out for that video. All right. Everybody have a wonderful night. Now I appreciate y'all coming in and hanging out with me. I guess I'll go to bed back here. I feel like being by myself. Wait. Led, is your BLUETTI surge protection? Wait a minute. Did I just see that? Okay, California say, wait, Led, is your BLUETTI surge protection? All of it is. All of it has a level of surge protection built in it. But, nothing is foolproof. All right. Say Kingdom Hearts. Say God is with you. You are not alone. Thank you for that. Thank you. You are not alone. I am here with you. Though we're far apart, always in my heart. Good night. Good night, TOC. Good night. Everybody have a wonderful night. All right, let me get out of here. Yeah, you are not alone. I'm not alone. Watch the smile on my face when my baby come home, though. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Only darkness every day. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. She's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away. Everybody have a wonderful night. All right, y'all. See you later.